Last time on Dice Fall and Everyone Dies.
I'm gonna roll a nature check and see if I can get into the minds of these creatures and see what it is that they're intending.
You can tell that they are hungry. From what you can tell, they are not perceiving Stano presently as a threat. They seem to be perceiving Stano as food. Where
It's like playing with their food.
you think if something's not done to deal with this hunger issue, that they might be more aggressive. Aside from saving our camp from further destruction, it's a pleasure to meet you out here in the jungle. Pray tell, why are y'all out here?
Mostly exterminating cultists. I'm Stano. They're not cultists. They don't look like they're cultists.
What do the cultists look like to you?
Welcome back to Dice Fall and Everyone Dies. I'm your GM, Chris, and before we get ourselves back down into the swampy, moist, humid depths of the Mwangi Expanse, I want to give you all a quick update about something that has been in the works for the past few weeks and that our team has just gotten its submission in for. We have just gotten in our Super Smash Finder team. We have our name, we have some art going up, our characters are in their final steps, all the kinks are getting worked out, and hopefully that submission is going to be finalized here very soon. But all of our basics are in and ready to go, and I am super excited to begin playing. I can't wait to test out this character and see if our combat expertise as a team is able to stack up against all of the other participants in the event. Now, if you haven't heard of Super Smash Finder, they have a Twitter as well as a website. It's being put together by the fantastic Vanessa Hoskins, as well as Jason from What Do You Do Pods. If you haven't heard of What Do You Do Pods, they actually operate a podcast list for various Paizocasts, and so you can find Starfinder, Pathfinder 1, as well as Pathfinder 2nd Edition, all of those different types of games, and a lot of fantastic teams pulling together and creating content for everyone to enjoy. And if you haven't heard of Super Smash Finder before, that is a Pathfinder 2nd Edition focused tournament style podcast that is going to be pitting teams of podcasts against each other to see who comes out on top, sometimes in death matches and sometimes in various other arena type sports. There's still a lot of surprises that we don't know what's going to be going on there, but we have our team submitted. We also have a fresh team name on that. It's a very interesting team name, in my opinion. We have gone with the team name Justice and Mercy. Some of us are bringing the justice, and some of us are giving mercy. Once we have all the final confirmations and we have worked it out with the Smash Finder folks, we'll drop a little bit more information about all the characters who are making up the team. But they are a wonderful, eclectic bunch. We can even say that if you listen to some of our extra podcasts, you might have even met one of them before. Yes, it's most excellent when a character makes the transition from NPC to PC. I don't want to keep us too long from the Mwangi. There was a duo of pachyderms standing between our party and a burned out village. And well, I want to know what happened with that. Let's go find out. And they stop approximately about 30 feet away and begin making large gestures as though a charge had been...
They're trying to scare us away?
That's what it appears from what you've seen. Y'all are each trained enough in nature to see what an elephant's false charge. But as y'all are kind of on the edge periphery of the village, they are making quite a bit of a noise and stamper.
Taffy's gonna hold out a hand and go shh, shh, shh. That's a nat 20, so 31 for animal handling.
Just try and calm them down?
Yeah.
From what you can tell, they are very adamant and they're protecting something. It's very similar behavior to what you would expect for elephants if they were protecting a young one. But you do not... Give me a perception check.
All of us?
All of you, yeah.
27.
29.
28.
So y'all can hear what appears to be a voice in a Mwangi accent that appears to be crying for help from a building further back behind the elephants. From what you can tell, you think the elephants are trying to protect this individual from unknown predators.
Does it look like Taffy has kind of helped to calm them down, or?
The 31.
Somewhat, but they seem to be primarily just kind of reacting to super small Taffy as not as huge of a threat.
It is the commanded animal trait that, or action says you automatically fail if it's hostile or unfriendly to you. So
Would they be hostile or unfriendly?
They are presently unfriendly.
Fuck. Okay, let me see.
So you do think that they're presently calm, but you have to be very careful in what actions you take.
what is the area around us like? Is there a lot of cover? Are we in like a place where there are buildings and stuff to hide around?
All the buildings have been burned down to the ground. Like all the way down to the ground. Well, all that's left is foundation stones and charred timber.
Okay.
And then there's the well. Like the well is the only thing standing that goes basically above like 2 feet at this point.
But there's cries for help.
But you do hear cries from help in what appears to be one of the ruined husks in the back behind the elephants.
Okay. Stano would like to move very carefully, very slowly, kind of towards where the noise is, kind of very calmly holding her hands out, trying to make herself look like less of a threat. Is there like a nature check that I can roll to convince them that she's not a threat?
You can go with diplomacy and give yourself a +2 bonus.
Okay. Oh, hell yeah. That is I can do math. +2?
Yep.
32.
Wow.
So with that, you can kind of scoot around while one elephant's kind of paying attention to Taffy, the other one's paying attention to you, but it kind of walks along beside you as you're moving towards that area. And as you get towards the individual, you see that there is an older man who seems to have been caught under what appears to be a recently fallen timber that looks like, from when you're taking a look at it, had recently-ish been up and then had fallen on top of him, and he appears to be trapped.
And he only speaks Mwangi, right?
At the moment, that is, from what you can tell, correct.
Stato's basically going to kind of gesture that she's going to try and lift the log off.
Is Stano by herself?
Yeah, I think so. I
So
don't know
far?
if y'all are following along.
Taffy will try to follow along and see if the elephant follows with her.
Does Renali speak Milwaukee?
Yes! Right?
Yes, she does.
If Renali
Renali?
tagged along.
Can you try telling the elephants and the old man that we're going to try to free him?
So Rinaldi kind of begins keeping a little bit further back, keeping y'all between the elephants and her.
Understandable.
Crush the gnome first.
Aww.
And she approaches the elder gentleman who is trapped under the log. His breathing's a bit rough, but you can tell that they're getting a bit of a conversation. Steno, he's obviously trapped. Here, you're strong enough for this. I think if we get the log here, we can get him free without too much interference from his protectors.
Okay.
Give me an athletics check.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is a 29.
So you lift the timber up, and between Caslin and Renali can get the gentleman out. And as it's lifted up, you can see that it was primarily trapped the gentleman's leg, and he gives like an immediate kind of cry in relief. But at that sound, the elephants come rushing up really, really close.
Taffy's going to cast heal on the man.
Until he kind of slows them, gets them to slow, and they kind of back down a little bit. And it seems that y'all have rescued a gentleman by the name of Edka. Renali and Demos can translate between the two of you. It seems as though Edka is one of the elders of the village after it had been attacked by some of the cultists. He was coming back to see whether or not everything had cooled down enough to be able to begin rebuilding when the timber had fallen. He was accompanied by his 2 companions, and they had been, who had been watching over him.
Are they friendly now? Now that we've rescued the dude, he's calmed them down?
Yes. Once he is kind of up, and especially after Taffy administers a little bit of magical healing, and y'all have his... make sure that his bone is properly set and all that good stuff.
Stano wants to very carefully go near them and, just kind of admire them.
Taffy's gonna offer.
She's never
a
seen
hand.
an elephant before.
They are absolutely ginormous.
Can Taffy pet one?
Taffy can pet one.
Can stand up at one.
Of course. Would you like to ride one for a moment?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
He gets one of them to do a quick kneel down and helps Taffy on, and then shows Stano how to be able to ride one.
I'm so tall. This is like flying.
This is
Only
amazing.
way safer.
Safer than being carried around by Wimble as a bug.
Let's not talk about that. I have a lot of trauma.
From being dropped
Self-inflicted trauma.
as a dragonfly?
I mean, being dropped, period. Plus, yeah,
I'm sure Wimble has some trauma there.
I almost lost him.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I
So
switched behind.
so the gentleman kind of begins translating through Renali. So he's asking, aside from rescuing his life, is there any way that he can repay y'all? As you can tell, their village was relatively recently destroyed.
King Santa just got to ride an elephant. Like, she's good.
Is there anything we can do to help his village?
Are there any more of you left?
She begins translating the question. Well, he says that when they were attacked, most of the village was able to escape. It seems as though a group of Charaka and Boggards were the ones leading. Typically, the Akuje are...
Oh, yeah, those crushed bodies. Like, should we check those out?
We should honor the dead by burying them or whatever needs to happen with them.
Funeral rites.
Those bodies are some of the attackers.
Oh, then fuck them.
They didn't quite, apparently, understand what it was like to deal with large elephants, and how powerful that they could be, but they were still successful enough to set the village aflame. If it wasn't for the help of the elephants, he says, they probably would have all been slaughtered.
Man, elephants are cool, and I'm like
Magnificent
scritching
creatures.
behind their ears as much as I can, like, or the one I'm on's ears, like, hee hee. And I know they have like little hairs on their head, so she's like scritching with those too.
With the elephant's companion in much better state, you can definitely see that their demeanor has flipped from being an unfriendly to a friendly state. So
I
as
wish I
you,
had to speak with animals so I could tell the one I'm on that I want to slide down its trunk. Okay, I'd like down now.
so he, as Renali communicates that, he gets the elephant to be able to kneel back down.
Okay.
So
Staying
it seems
like,
as
"Nah,
though
no,
the
no."
Yeah,
with the
Santa gets down.
Akuje locked up in Akravel, that the Cinder Claws have been running roughshod over this entire area. Well, we've at least killed a couple of their patrols. They're not running as roughshod anymore.
True.
More of those pillars we can take down, the worse they'll be.
Agree. Do we know how many? I feel like we just keep running into pillars and like blowing them up or breaking them. But do we know how many we're actually supposed to like find, or are they just putting new ones up every time we turn around? What do you think?
I think all of them that are built are the ones that are going to be built, but I feel like there's something they're built for. Just don't know what.
Like a ritual or something?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that means that if it's a ritual, it's probably not a good ritual. And the sooner we destroy them all, the better off everything will be.
Caslin, give me a perception check.
28.
So you see up in the tree...
32, sorry.
You definitely see up in the tree your favorite lioness.
Yay!
Harriet!
Has she been following us this whole time?
And kind of being lazily up in the tree, you see her drop from her mouth what appears to be a little canister, and it falls down. Shoo, clink, 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 clink. Roll, 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 roll. Kind of gets up, begins plodding back north.
She's a little messenger lioness.
Deus Cat Machina?
So you have this canister, and as you open it up, it looks like it was a kind of a traveling type of scroll case. And in it, it looks like you have a type of similar to a scouting report that y'all received a couple weeks ago. It seems y'all have been able to take down pillars, the Akuje's range has been expanding back a little bit more. And it seems as though they have located another dragon pillar.
Cool beans, where?
It happens to be about 20 miles east of the first one they told you about, that is on the same kind of parallel to the village itself.
Wait, what?
So y'all know where the village, Akuje village is.
Oh, east. I forgot what east was.
And
like,
there was...
what?
Do you mean West?
It seems there is another pillar about a couple days, so basically 20 miles east of the original one that they had sent y'all information on. So y'all know now that there is another dragon pillar.
Alright.
So y'all find yourselves 6 days journey if y'all took your standard pace, or 3 days journey quickly trekking, moving two hexes a day.
If we move through the ones that we've already been through for the first 2 days, we could probably fast pace it. And then move through...
Before we make any decisions, Chris,
Mm-hmm.
is there an effective way to tell if we've done all the things on this side of the river?
So y'all know everywhere that y'all have been thus far. You know that there is a pretty significant swath of activity to the west y'all have not explored yet.
To the west?
Excuse me, east.
To the east. Okay, but like on this side of, like, specifically this southern part of the map.
Y'all have only really explored or scouted
We're on the very southwest
4 of
side.
the areas
South of the river.
south of the river.
Before we go back over the river, should we explore the rest of this area to the east on this side of the river and then make our way back over? So you don't have to backtrack continuously?
Well, the sooner we get the pillars destroyed, the better, right?
Right, I'm worried that there's going to be a pillar on the other side. I'm assuming to do whatever we need to do at the end of the book that we need to destroy the pillars.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that is a logical assumption to make.
So Taffy's gonna ask through Renali if he's noticed, or any of their scouts for their village have noticed any dragon-shaped totems on this side of the river.
So Renali begins translating back and forth. It seems as though his people have just headed directly south after the attack.
Okay.
They probably... Oh goodness. It seems they've even headed as far as 50 or 60 miles to one of the other villages.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. I mean, it's up to you guys. We can search this side of the river, or we can go after the known quantity. Unknown or known?
Keslin, what do you think?
I think we should.
Did
At
the
least
half-orcs mention anything at all?
No, they'd been scouting some of the Akuje lands, but they had only been up.
Yeah, fuck it. I guess let's just head towards the pillar we know.
Yeah.
I mean, we can always come back.
Yeah, we got the boat. So we can take the boat and go downriver and then just head directly north.
So do y'all want to travel the way that y'all went up for the temple and that climb? And then head north from the
we
temple?
do have to climb that, don't we?
Well, so what if we go up almost due north, like move over west 1 block, or east 1 block, and then due north, through the places we've already been.
Yeah, presently your boat's...
With us.
Here
We took
somewhere.
it down to the elephant village.
Right, so it's like on the coast of the elephant village.
Oh, it's 'cause
Or
I
by
didn't
the
use
elephant
right thing.
village.
There we go. So your boat is just north of you, because y'all had to go a bit overland to get to the elephant village.
So yeah, go up
And then...
upriver or towards the east, northeast, and then
So your boat's presently north of y'all a few miles. So how do y'all want to go?
this.
Well, if we go straight north and then cut over, we would have to come all the way back to get our boat. But if we go up the river with the boat to like here, or even maybe here, we'll still be within like a reasonable distance to cross over if we need to. Because if we're ever going to have to cross over, it'll have to be with our boat. And I don't know if we want to come all the way back down here.
That's
to go
fair.
over here.
Yeah.
I mean, we could also go higher up on the river. So if we go
Yeah, if we go
east a bit and then north,
then we'll get new hexes that we cross, and we'll be heading directly towards that pillar.
All right, so the first day, y'all make it back to your boat.
Okay.
Easy peasy. And so y'all want to begin moving eastward along the river, correct?
yeah.
Yeah.
So do y'all want to be purposefully slow, or do y'all want to move relatively quick over areas that you've covered?
Over areas that we've covered, probably quick.
I mean, how quick can we be if we're going against the current?
So
Are
with
we
the
going
boat,
against the current or with the current?
you'll be
Against.
going against, but because of the nature of the boat and with the number of individuals y'all have, in a single day, y'all can cover 3 full hexes.
Oh yeah, then let's just do that.
And so
So that'll
Um,
bring us up to the furthest eastern, southern. Yeah, it'll bring
So
us
the hex
there.
right before where the river splits.
that brings you up to where y'all originally acquired the boat from the Pendergrasts.
And then we just want to travel to that next hex, park the boat.
Yep. All right. And
Yeah,
so
that
y'all
sounds
want
right.
to cover the north area.
And then we'll
there.
take these hexes to the north in our standard half speed.
Scouting and being
Scouting,
cautious.
raise shield.
Oh wow.
So as y'all move into the new area and y'all begin checking things out and starting to head north from your boats, y'all immediately seem to come across another type of clearing.
Okay.
Another totem.
Another totem?
Yes!
God damn it.
Alright, so this pillar, let's
What
see.
color is this pillar?
That's what we're going to find out. So, when y'all exited from the boat, y'all saw that there was what appeared to be a large set of storm clouds to y'all's north, and y'all were beginning to prepare for a massive amount of rain. And as you began moving, it started first as a sprinkle, and then it got thicker and thicker. And the rain now, which has been nearly constant, is now coming down in sheets between broken gaps in the forest canopy in this area. The clouds have an almost black, and then you see flashes with lightning periodically. And as you begin progressing and moving forward, several of the trees in the area have been split open with jagged wounds along their bark, and their insides in some spaces are still smoldering red as they appear to be burning from the inside out. The clearing y'all enter into is a relatively large clearing. It seems as though with the lightning strikes, there is an area of burned out canopy that is about 120 feet in diameter in a forcible burned out clearing. So y'all see and in this area the water is coming down, but you can still see some parts that aren't getting drenched because of the shape of the original trees that are still smoldering red. Give me a perception check.
Perception for initiative or just perception?
This one will be perception for just the standard skill perception.
34.
27.
24.
So about 150 feet out, y'all can begin catching a glimpse, a couple glimpses of the dragon pillar itself. It appears as though you're dealing one with a yellow head, but it's hard to tell too much because you're only catching it in glimpses of the lightning as the rain is coming down. From what you can tell, the ground of that clearing is slick and is probably the equivalent of difficult terrain, and the rain does give some hindrance to visibility. It was only in the flashes of lightning that you could see the glinting gleam of that yellow coming off. But you'll find yourselves about 150 feet away from the pillar, approximately 30 feet away from the edge of this clearing. It seems very unusual, considering the other clearings that you've seen have been a lot more natural. This one, with the rain and the lightning, while not quite man-made, appears to be influenced. So, what would y'all like to do?
Not go in that clearing.
I don't think some of us have a choice. So what is the range on Dispel Magic?
How far is it from the edge of the clearing?
The range on Dispel Magic is 120 feet.
How far is it from the clearing?
30
Edge.
feet.
It is from the edge, from between y'all to the clearing is 30 feet. From the edge of the clearing to the center of the clearing is 120 feet.
Right.
Fuck it.
Both Taffy and Deimos have Dispel Magic, right?
Taffy's already booking it towards the
Yeah, I have
clearing.
spell magic.
Alright, Stanos following Taffy.
Yep, I'm bringing up the rear.
Don't want to die, but I'm pretty sure this is a lightning totem.
Then running up to it would indicate that you are going to die.
Well, somebody has to do it, and I don't want you to die because you're the healer.
Why would
And
we
my
want
friend.
you to die?
Nobody is going to die. Why are you two like this? By the god.
You'll see the pillar.
Yep.
There are burned out husks of trees
Yep.
around. It is the pillars in the center of a clearing that has a radius of 120 feet. Y'all are approximately 30 feet from the edge of the clearing, and I now, to keep things organized, need a perception for initiative.
19.
32.
20.
29.
Alrighty. So, Steno,
Yes.
You are 30 feet away from the clearing. What do you want to do?
Stano's gonna hold her turn until after one of the casters goes.
Taffy.
I am going to move up to the edge of the clearing.
Okay.
Not quite in the clearing yet.
So you're right at the edge of it.
I'm gonna finish my turn because I can't go into the clearing because I don't have enough movement and the ability to dispel magic.
Okie doke. Caslin.
I'm gonna move up next to Taffy and hold my action.
Demos.
Freak, I seriously hold their action there.
I don't have
Taffy
a choice. I can't
doesn't
move
have
up.
enough actions to cast the spell magic is 3 actions.
Let me get pulled up.
I believe it's 2 actions.
It's 2 actions, but like I can only move 25. 25
Oh,
feet.
fair point.
I can only move 25 feet.
So you should probably do the same thing that we're doing.
But it has a range of 120 feet.
Right, we're
Right.
150 feet away.
We're 150 feet.
So that way you'll have enough to approach.
I'll move up and I guess, inspire courage, inspire defense. For
Do
everybody.
you want to do a performance check
Why?
so that you can do lingering composition?
I must understand lingering composition far differently than
Okay, can I see it?
you. No.
Okay.
It's a focus spell. It does not. It's a free action.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Alright, so this is the first time you're using the focus ability. So tell me a little bit about this ability.
Lingering composition. If your next action is to cast the cantrip, composition with the duration of 1 round, so the 2 that I'm doing, attempt a performance check. The DC is usually a standard difficult DC of a level equal to the highest level target of your composition.
So it'd be all of us.
Yeah.
But the GM can assign a different DC based on circumstances. The effect depends on the result of your check. So it's basically how many rounds it goes. So I do a performance check, the DC's on you.
So because it is raining and it is less than hospitable, the DC is going to be a little bit higher, just so you know.
Okay.
And so I believe the standard set of DC here is, I think, standard set of difficulty, I think is still 10. So don't roll a 1. Go.
Comes out to a 29.
Perfect. So that means that you're going to be at the critical composition level. And so whatever cantrip you're going to do is going to last 4 rounds.
So we're doing Inspire Courage for that one.
So for 4 rounds, Deimos doesn't need to take an action to sustain that spell.
Fantastic.
And you said it was critical success?
Yep, that's why it's 4 rounds.
Yes, 4 rounds.
Brilliant.
So everyone has the courage of their convictions for 4 rounds.
And then technically that leaves Deimos with 1 more action, because that's
Well,
a free
yeah,
action.
that one's free.
Could I make a recommendation? He has guidance on Taffy.
Guidance for Taffy, yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Taffy,
Wait, is it my turn again already?
it is.
I'm holding until after one of y'all go.
Which means we're now reset into the initiative. So everyone's on the set of the clearing. Damos has guidance and the like up.
I'm gonna get just within range, like 119 feet.
Yeah, so you take an action to move 5 foot forward.
I'm gonna cast spell magic.
Give me a reflex save.
That's a 19. That's pretty good. So that's 40.
God
Wait, hold on.
damn.
Yes, because 1 plus 9, 30, plus 10.
19
Plus
plus 11 is 30.
Plus 1.
31.
Wait. Yeah, you're right. You're right. My brain did not work very well.
You tried adding the
10.
10 additional.
Yeah.
So that's 30. So that is a success.
Good. Which means I only take half damage.
Correct. So as Taffy enters into the clearing,
Oh.
y'all see from the center the dragon pillar's head rotate and its eyes shoot forth 2 pillars of electricity
Called it.
coming down. And Taffy is going to take half of 6d6 damage.
As a free action, Stan is going to lean towards Deimos and just, I don't like this at all.
What did... I thought we were trying just to dispel magic.
Yeah, it's
We
a
are,
reaction.
but it's reacting to me moving in range.
So
Hate it.
it would have dealt 20 points of damage.
Oh, okay.
But instead,
Okay.
it is going to deal 10 points of damage.
Okay.
There were a couple ones in there. There was also a 6, so it helped even it out a little bit. So, 10 points of damage as Taffy steps forward And that was its reaction.
She's gonna reach out her hand and say, "Fuck you," and cast Dispel Magic.
Okay, so what level are you casting Dispel Magic at? As a second level spell?
Yeah, that's the only one I can, I think.
You can prepare Dispel Magic in a higher level spell slot.
Oh!
But you have to prepare it in a higher level spell
I
slot.
can't do that.
So, as a second level spell, give me your counteract check.
Counteract check. What do I need to roll for that? Just a 20?
So that is, think of it kind of like a spell attack, but it is a skill which is going to allow you the benefit of guidance,
And then what does she add to the d20? The Arcana?
like a spell attack.
Oh, okay. And then
So
plus
your
1
spell
for
attack
guidance.
plus 1.
Hang on. Spell attack is plus 15. Is that right?
So it's
Spell
going to
attack
be your
roll.
proficiency
Plus your
plus your
modifier.
plus your ability modifier plus your level.
Oh, yeah, 15. So 17, 32.
Plus 1?
Plus 1, so 33.
So that would put you in a standard success. So since you cast this as a second level spell, you could dispel anything of third level or lower.
What level is this?
So this ability is a fourth level ability.
God damn it.
So you begin channeling it through, and at the amount of magic that you've put into it, it is not strong enough. And now it's its turn. Taffy, give me a reflex save.
Nope. Stano's gonna take her turn.
It was holding after her as well. It was at the top of the initiative this whole time, and it was waiting until the reaction goes in. What do you have for your plus?
It's fine.
What's your
For
perception?
my plus 2 initiative?
Yeah, if it beats it, you'll
16.
go first. 16?
Yeah.
Where is it? Player wins. Well, they both match, so I'll edge on the side.
Tappy's 5 feet away.
Taffy is 5 feet away.
Stano's gonna take a 5-foot step, grab her, and move back.
Yoink! You just got yoinked out of the way.
Okay. I would have succeeded. My reflex save.
Yeah, but
Did you
that's
want to
damage.
take another half damage?
No.
There you go. You're welcome.
So just as Stano is yoinking out, you see another bolt of lightning just blow up the ground right where Taffy was standing.
So that's 2 actions. Stano's gonna take a free action to... Oh, well, it's a free action to drop. Stano will take a full action to gently set Taffy down on the ground.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
And then you hear a shriek come out from the sky.
Damn it. There's always something stupid.
So when that happens, y'all see vaguely out from the canopy come out 3 winged figures, and it seems as though they are flying above the canopy area, and they are beginning to move over in y'all's direction, and it seems that they are about 60 feet up in the sky, still kind of in the clearing area itself. They're still a little bit hazy, but from what you can tell, they appear to be medium-sized winged humanoids.
I'm the winged Charka.
Oh, God.
You will need to take a seek
So,
action to know more information
We
about
very
them, though.
clearly know what the line is, though, to get into the range of the pillar, right?
Yes.
Good.
Caslin.
Not past that line.
I'm gonna
Also,
set
does it
one
know
of the
friend from foe?
winged
Yes.
creatures as my hunted target, and
So as they are approaching, they're not just like right next to each other. They have about 10 feet spread between them. They're about 60 feet up in the elevation, and being about 60 feet up and about 10 feet away after the end of their moves. So, just to give you a sense of space.
damn it, that's when. So now that I have flurry, I wish I had outwit because I could. Oh well. I'm gonna try to figure out. I'm gonna seek.
Yep.
Okay, and I don't know if that.
So, give me a perception check.
22 plus 2, 24.
So, and then attached onto that, go ahead and give me a nature check as well.
Ooh, 30.
So, you believe you're looking at what is known as a sabosan. So, a sabosan is almost like your stereotypical vampire-styled humanoid.
Well, that's terrifying.
It has arms, legs, and bat-like wings. It has a mane-like set of hair over its head and chest. Most of the time they are confined around the edges and to wildernesses. And you remember that there are some tales that they may have once occupied a stone metropolis somewhere in the Mwangi.
Oh.
But after the Gorilla King was destroyed, a lot of them were basically kind of cast into the wind across the Mwangi. At least that's kind of what the tales have told you so far. There are some tales that believe that they were descendants of humans who were afflicted with vampirism. There's not a lot of information about that, but what you do know that they are evil, intelligent, and can be very dangerous.
Yeah, looks like it.
So, and they are often known to be able to cause bleeding as well as feed upon the blood.
Great.
Gross.
So with that,
Fucking Oostawal.
Right?
Well, I think that was my 3 actions. So.
that was the result of your seek.
Oh yeah, only the 2 things.
Hunt
So.
and pray.
Hunt, pray,
seek.
seek.
Yep.
And
So they are somewhat obscured, but they don't really have cover. The rain is really what's giving up a lot of that. That's why you needed to do the seek.
are they coming at us, or are they just flying around?
They headed over into the direction of where the big explosion of lightning kind of popped up, and it looks as though they have sighted onto y'all.
Okay. I'm going to draw my first sword,
Okay.
and that's it.
Demos.
And Dispel Magic isn't working for anything.
If you cast it as a 4th level, it should work.
Wait,
You
what?
could cast it as a 3rd level with a success, and it would work. Or you could cast it as a 4th level.
Since Deimos is a spontaneous caster,
I can just choose that.
you can just choose.
Is Dispel Magic one of Damos's signature spells?
No.
Because the signatures you can automatically heighten.
So Deimos can only ever cast Dispel Magic as a 2nd level then, unless it's made a signature spell.
From my understanding, yes. I'd
How
have
do
to
you-
read the
My
book of
understanding
different
was I
bars.
can cast any of them at what I want. Is the difference between signature spell was that it automatically heightened.
So you have a number of spells that you can cast per day at levels, right?
Because my Dispel Magic is a sorceress ability from my primal school, does that mean that I can't ever heighten mine? Because I only have up to level 2 as sorcerer.
So at another
I'm-
level, you could learn it at the higher level,
Okay.
and then you basically would swap out those spells.
Well, then
when you
here's the
gain
question:
level.
how do we determine what's a signature spell?
I believe you choose them. At least the last time I read the bards. Let's go take a look.
Yes, but I'm just spiritual weapon is marked as my signature spell. But I've never seen anything to indicate that I can't cast
here's
something
how
at a different spell as long as I have that spell slot available.
There's always a chance that I've misread. That's why we're looking it up, because it matters. Many spells have specific improvements when they are heightened to certain levels. The signature spells class feature lets you heighten certain spells freely. So that's the
So-
end of the heightening spells segment. So the whole thing. When you get spell slots of 2nd level or higher, you can fill those slots with stronger versions of lower level spells. This increases the spell's level to match the spell slot. You must
Okay.
have a spell in your spell repertoire at the level you want to cast in order to heighten it to that level.
Okay, so that
So
means
yes, Deimos can cast Dispel Magic as a 4th level spell.
'cause he has
Many
four-
spells have specific requirements when they are heightened to certain levels. The signature spells class features let you heighten certain spells freely.
Yeah.
So
So what it's
you
saying
must
is,
have the spell slot at that level.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to have the spell magic at the higher spell slot to cast it as a higher level spell.
Yeah.
Right, and Deimos has that spell slot available.
Because he's a spontaneous caster, right?
Let's take a look at
Yeah, my understanding, particularly from casting Soothe, is that I can, as long as I have that spell slot available, I can cast whatever
But once
at
the
that.
spell slots are expended, then it's no longer able to be cast at that level.
Yeah,
Alright, spell repertoire, let's take a look at you. Because
that's the way it's been
Yeah,
explained to me
so-
several times.
So I'm looking in spell repertoire. So, and here's an interesting line. When you add spells, you might add a higher level version of the spell you already have, so you can cast a heightened version of that spell. So that would typically indicate that it's not automatically heightening.
Right. That wasn't the question though.
Right. So the thing is that if Dispel Magic has been learned as a 2nd level spell in the repertoire, the question is can you cast it as a 4th level spell freely?
So
you can
there is
prepare.
not the ability to learn Dispel Magic as a 4th level spell. So therefore you would have to heighten it. As Deimos is a spontaneous caster, and it states you can fill these slots with stronger versions of lower level spells. This increases the spell's level to match the spell slot.
Right. The question is can it be done freely, as what the final line says, and that's why I'm looking for signature spells.
Why wouldn't it be able to be done freely? I can do it with my spell book.
And you've allowed me
Correct,
to do it
but-
with my Soothe. Just
Right, but isn't Soothe the signature spell?
No,
Soothe is not.
it's
Spiritual
never
Weapon
been.
is a signature spell.
Yeah, you can only have, I think, one signature spell in
And
the bard,
we've
right?
never even mentioned signature spells for Deimos before. I've never utilized.
In fact, for each spell level you have access to, choose one spell of that level to be a signature spell. So Deimos should have a signature spell on all of his spell levels.
Experience allows you to cast some spells more flexibly.
You don't need to learn heightened versions of signature spells separately. Instead, you can heighten these spells freely. So Deimos has not yet chosen a signature spell for his 4th level slots. So
Could he learn?
So if you've learned a signature spell at a higher level than its minimum, you can also cast it at a lower level version. Perfect. So Deimos chose Dispel Magic for the 4th level signature spell. And so
Yes.
you're
Yes.
going to cast want to use one of your 4th level spell slots, right?
Yes.
Sweet. So that means that you just need a success on your counteract check. So that's kind of like making a spell attack. So you
So-
need to breach its DC, and as long as you meet or exceed its DC, you will be able to counteract this spell.
Okay, what do I add to my roll?
your spell attack roll,
Yep.
Spell attack
which is not +4, it's the higher one.
Yep.
plus. Okay. You know,
Should be.
Around 15.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's the same as mine. 15.
that was somehow worse.
Oh, what is it?
Well, I've got a total of 17.
So coming in with a more powerful spell, Deimos begins attempting to dispel magic, but it is not strong enough to go against its counteract. But luckily, it's already used its reaction for this round,
Oh
so
my God.
it can't blast anyone for having moved in. But this does mean that Deimos is now standing in the clearing to be able to counteract the ability. But it is now Taffy's turn. So, Taffy, you know that there are 3 flying things in the air that are 60 foot up and 10 feet away from the edge of the clearing. Deimos is now the one standing in the clearing, and we're at the top of a new round.
And somebody already told me, or made it clear to the group, that these things are evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming Caslin would share that info with us.
How would Kazlin have shared that info?
I think he would have been less about explicitly saying they're evil and more along the lines of just telling the group enough information about them to let them understand that they're evil.
Okay.
So like, these assholes suck your blood and not even give a shit about it. Some stuff like that. I don't know.
Dramatic.
I see.
Flying bloodsuckers. Flying, blood-sucking, no shits given assholes.
Titan magic missile.
Fantastic. You have 3 to choose from. Which one do you want? Center, right, or left?
Fuck it.
Or do you want to spread your missiles out across them?
No, that's a waste of missile.
I mean, it gets the
Does
point
that?
across. Gets the point across.
I mean, I guess warning shot off the nose, but okay. So just so I know, make sure I'm doing this +1 or +2, you get 1 extra missile. So I'm shooting.
So what level
4.
of spell are you casting?
I am casting it's heightened +2,
So you're casting a third level
3rd
magic
level
missile.
magic missile. Yes,
So that's going to give you 2 missiles per action. How many actions you spending?
I'm
3.
spending 3.
So you will have 66 plus 6.
64 + 6.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
I
right.
wish it was 66.
Ah,
Holy shit!
I keep wanting to give y'all better spells. 64 plus 6.
Guess Fireball has D6. I'll do that next. I mean,
I think we've already determined that putting fire spells on these pillars is not a good idea.
well, I wasn't gonna put it on the pillar. I was gonna put it on the Birdman. Doom
Harvey Birdman.
Harvey Birdman. 16, 17 points of damage to the left-hand side one. Because fuck that guy in particular.
Alright, so this barrage ends up going up. And the left hand one gets pummeled into the body with the magic missiles. Stano.
Yes.
So Demos has stepped forward into it,
Deimos is 5 feet in front of Stano.
approximately. So are you going to run in, grab Demos, yank Demos back?
She's going to 5 foot step in,
Give me a reflex save.
Okay.
Oh, round reset.
Yep.
Critical success.
If I can find it. Not quite. No. 39. Wait, hang on. I can math.
Math.
Me too.
28. 29. 29 is the final answer.
29 is a success.
But not a critical success. Sadly.
So as you step in, it takes advantage of your exposure,
That's fine.
and it sizzles out a net of, or a total of 20 damage that will get halved. So,
She takes 10 damage.
yes.
Okay.
So one action to step out, grab.
She's gonna grab him around the waist and then step back with him. I'm assuming Deimos is not going to resist.
A little startled, but no resist.
Ah,
It's like, hey.
the most action Damos has gotten from Stano in some time.
Is he gonna take this chance to hit on her in the middle of the rain and the mud and
no,
the lightning
absolutely
and the
not.
vampire men?
No, he is not.
Batman's.
Ubok's gonna shame him later.
And so now it is
He
the
can wait till
pillar's
later.
turn.
Pillar's turn. None of us are in fucking distance, so
Correct.
suck it.
Batman's are. It's gonna attack the Batman's, right?
No.
Nope. For they
Or
Are-
allies.
Yep, they are actually Cinder Claws. It's actually kind of fun. So all three of them are going to begin hovering down. So they take, as you see them come closer, you realize that each of them happen to be holding spears.
Assholes.
And they are now 10 feet above the ground, 10 feet away from the edge of the clearing. And the one who's technically in front is the one who's got these strong, powerful arms around him. They're all going to throw their spears at Damos.
Oh! I
Damos,
was
what
gonna
is
be
your
like,
AC?
hey. Oh, what?
What is your AC?
Not as high as Stanos.
Definitely not. 23.
What, you mean Deimos doesn't have bracers with missile deflection?
Mean.
Who does have that?
Not this game.
So-
we did have that in another game. Didn't I have that?
Maybe.
Wait,
no.
I thought we did have bracers and missile deflection earlier in this game.
There's one. I don't know who's wearing him, but there's one.
I could have swore I gave them to Kaz.
So one of the spears
they might have
goes
been
awry.
Oh.
The rest of these, two of them do land right in Damos. Damos, you're going to be taking some damage here. So the first one is going to deal to you 7 points of damage.
It was early on.
And then the other one is going to come in you for 8 points of damage.
7.
And
Phrasing. Are we
so
still doing phrasing?
15.
Ah. Ooh, ooh.
Yep.
So both of them are enough to come in and like graze into your sides a little bit, and you've got a couple spots of where like one comes across your side and like Stano's just out of the way, and then the other one comes in like and gets right in there on your calf and cuts into you as the spears come in, but you're able to dodge off any particularly mortal blows from these guys.
If you wore more than booty shorts.
I don't
Kazan.
think more than booty shorts would assist this situation. But thank you.
So we are still. So they threw their spears.
Yep.
All of them. All
Yep.
of them?
Each
So-
one threw a spear at Damos.
And now they
There.
are how
10
far
feet
away?
off the ground, 10 feet from the edge of the clearing.
So 10 and 10, so they're still at an angle 10 feet away.
Approximately.
Ha ha! And they're flying?
They are flying.
Yeah.
Do
When's
they
Thanos'
look like
turn?
they have any other weapons on them?
Stanos is towards the top of the round. They do not appear to have any other weapons presently.
Okay. I'm gonna. Am I still standing next to Taffy?
You are.
Okay. I'm gonna just draw my other sword. I think I. Yeah. I don't know if I did that or not. I'm gonna go ahead and do it just in case, and I'm just gonna stand next to Taffy and guard the magician
Aww.
melee attackiness.
Aww.
Although I don't have a reaction for that, so I don't think it's really worth much. We'll see.
It's still
All right.
very nice of Brett to do.
Demos.
Yes.
You just took a couple spear grazes that dealt you some damage. What do you want to do?
Look at my spells real quick because I'm tempted to try that one more time. Let's stupid dispel magic.
You are no longer in range. I moved you out of range.
But
Wow.
it has used its reaction already.
So you could step back into
It's
range.
only a 2-action spell.
Yeah, so you could step in and then cast it again.
Or you could full move him.
How about not?
Oh.
Okay, we're going to step in and try it one more time.
I'm gonna leave Stanos' warm embrace.
As much as I
Damn
hate
it.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. Yeah, let's try
Use a
this
diff-
again.
Damos has to make sacrifices.
Hey, Jules, when you gave Chris your
32.
AC, God damn. When you gave Chris your AC earlier with things, did you include Inspire Defense?
I did not.
That's because Inspired Courage was up.
Oh shit, never mind then. Does Inspire Courage give a bonus to dispel magic?
No, that would be guidance.
Fucking hell.
But I still got 32.
So the 32 is a success,
Haha!
which means for the next 10 minutes, you're not going to get shocked with lightning.
Fuck yes! Okay. Does Deimos know it's a success?
Damos can feel as though that the spell has been blocked.
Nice.
Awesome.
The sense of aura coming from it seems to abate somewhat.
So we have 10 minutes to slaughter these things and then go over there and destroy it.
Yes.
Taffy.
On it, boss.
Are you gonna fireball? You could.
I know.
No.
Oh shit! Wait, hang on. Who's up? Who's in there up in melee with them?
Nobody.
No one's in
Nobody.
melee yet. Damos is
Taffy has
5
the
feet
ability
into the clearing.
to spread it out to not hit Deimos, right?
yes.
Okay. Taffy.
Hmm.
It's time.
It's time.
It's time.
It is time. Yeah, I was thinking of that. It has a range of 500 feet, so even if I flew away. I'm gonna target the middle one. Are
Right
they-
on him?
No.
Taffy's gonna target them in a way
It's a
that does not
20-foot
hit
burst.
Deimos.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to target in such a way to catch all three of them. Are they all within 20 feet of each other?
So from the center one, one's 10 foot to the right, one's 10 foot to the left.
Good.
Which means, how big is the burst?
20-foot burst.
Right. So Demos is 10 foot from the center one.
Correct.
So means you have to move the blast radius back and out to not catch Demos, right?
Right.
That means to catch as many as you can, you will only be able to catch 2, not 3. Unless you want to make Damos roll a save too, then you'll get all of them.
Deimos,
Yes.
how do you feel about getting a little toasty?
Not well.
What's Deimos' reflex?
Hi.
What's Taffy's spell?
Decent.
My reflex is 13.
He'll be fine.
Yeah.
He's got a 50% chance.
How many hit points do you have?
He's
All of
fine.
63.
He's fine.
He's fine.
Do
Take
it.
one for the team.
Do
Get
it.
all 3.
Do it.
Get all 3. Do it. Make me roll 3 reflex saves.
Do it. Do it. Taffy.
Do it. All right.
I'm sorry, Deimos.
Roll your damage.
We've all been there.
He'll be fine.
We're all
Damos,
Yes.
you're going to get the same benefit they are for being in a downpour with an explosion fire spell. Get +2 to your reflex save.
Oh, okay.
Isn't it really downpouring? Oh, yeah, you
Yeah.
said it was sheets of rain.
Oh, sheets.
Sheets. Fucking sheets.
You good over there?
No.
So, Damos, what's your save?
Figure you that out.
28.
There we go.
Taffy.
I was trying to
What's-
add 13 plus 13 plus 2, and
Yeah.
that's just the travesty of what I am with math.
So, Damos has a 28. Taffy, what is your save DC? 26?
Wait.
You said 15, so it'd be 25, wouldn't it?
Yes. Yes. 25.
Fantastic. So, Damos, you will be taking half damage.
Okay.
I just lost count. God damn it. 18, 19, no, 21, 25. That's funny. 25 points of fire damage.
So Deimos will take 13.
Yes.
So,
It's fine. He'll be fine.
the center one fails and will take full damage.
Yeah! 25 points of damage.
The one
On
to the left
Failed.
passed just barely from being at the range and is going to take the
13.
13. And then the one entirely to the right passed.
That would have been very difficult to crit fail that, I think.
Yeah, they had a roll like a 1.
You still did like 13 damage to 2 of them and 25 to the center.
I mean, I guess.
So
Stato's
they,
gonna walk up and power attack him, but.
so they are buffeted up in the air.
Wait, what?
Right, because
Yeah,
of the
there's
fire
an explosion
and
up in the air.
catches their wind.
So to get them from the explosion and catch all of them, they're buffeted up in the air as they're rocked by the explosions. And then Damos catches the end of that.
He throws
But
his
it-
hands up to protect his hair.
Yeah, a little bit. Mostly like behind to protect the lyre.
It's true.
So that now means it is Steno's turn.
How far away are they?
So they are 10 feet away from the edge of the clearing, 10 feet up in the air.
So still 10 feet diagonal.
So now that's the center one from like right where y'all are at. And then to the left and right of the center one, 10 feet from there, are the other two to either side. The center one, of course, is the closest one.
She's gonna take out the spear.
The spear.
Yep. She's gonna take out the spear and she's gonna throw it.
Which one are you going to throw it at?
The closest one.
Alright, so that's the center boy.
We'll do the left one
The left one?
because
They-
it's got a 20-foot range.
Alright, let's do it.
This is the second one I've claimed from you today, Steno. Keep it up. How many you got left?
9.
I will have all of them before the end of the day.
9.
No, what you
Don't
don't
you
understand is
tell
I was
me no.
denying telling you how many I had. Tiny Dice, don't fuck me. Tiny Dice fucked me and is cocked in a weird way. Tiny Dice didn't fuck me.
Thank you, Tiny Dice, for not fucking.
I gotta do last. That's a 33 to hit.
33 critically hits.
Cool beans. So that is. Oh, you said critically hit.
We add more dice onto that.
25 damage to that guy.
He is now bloodied.
And then the closest one. Yeah, she's gonna take a. Yeah, fuck it, why not? She's gonna take a tanglefoot bag from her belt pouch
Okay,
and hurl it at him.
alrighty.
There it is. That is a 29.
Ye-
And he's flying, right?
He is flying.
Is the 29 hit?
Did you take your -5 for second attack?
24.
Cool. Still hits, I just wanted to make sure.
Right.
Alright, so after it hits, what's the effect for the Tanglefoot?
First of all, he's going to take a negative 10 foot penalty to his speed. But since he is flying, he now his wings are tangled and he will fall safely to the ground.
Okay.
Wait, if he was higher up in the air, would he still fall
It says
safely?
here, a creature flying via wings has its wing tangled, causing it to fall safely to the ground and become unable to fly again for 1 round.
50 feet up, I'm gonna fall safely.
Escape DC is
Well,
17.
It's the difference between naturally having wings or the fly spell.
And it can either escape or it can
Incidentally.
spend 3 actions to get out of the
What kind of
stuff.
wings do they have? Like bat wings?
They are very bad wings.
Is Taffy having flashbacks, or is she thinking she can add to her fashion collection?
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's sounds like a little bit of fashion collection there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna bring those back to,
No, because they'll be mostly whole.
what's his name?
No.
What was his name?
Dear Taylor.
Yeah, what was his name?
I don't know. It's been a
God
while.
damn it, Chris.
Sorry, I can only keep so much things in my brain at the same time. That's
How
why I
do
write
all
shit
your
down.
characters live in your head all the time.
Haberdasher.
Because that's hard. And I sleep.
Mhm.
So,
That's when they plot.
again, that's also why I write things down. So, that one appears to now be grounded. I believe
That'd
that
be
leaves you one action
deaded.
left.
Oh, does it?
Oh, you had to take out. Do you have, you had to take out the spear?
Yeah, I had to take out the sphere.
Alright, so you
Spear.
took out the spear, launched
Throw
the
it.
spear, and
Free
then.
action to pull from belt pouch, throw the
Tank
tank with it back.
Perfect.
I could have done damage with a frost vial, but I figured it was better to get it on the ground. So that I could really do damage.
On the bright side, it is now their turn.
Ah, damn it.
And it seems as though the one who has been grounded decides that he is going to let loose a fell shriek and is able to catch every one of y'all, since y'all are right next to each other, in
what?
a 30-foot cone.
What do we
Because
have to roll?
you're right behind Damos, and
Right.
Kazalin is right in front of Taffy, and so y'all are all right next to each other. It's 10 foot away.
Damos' counter performance would it work on this, would it?
Well, I mean, it is an auditory action. So,
I could definitely do that then.
does Damos have a reaction to do it?
Yeah, I think he does have a reaction. I just think.
Yes, it is actually a reaction. On trigger, you or an ally within 60 feet rolls a saving throw against an auditory or visual effect. Your performance protects you and your allies. Roll a performance check for a type you know, obviously. auditory for him. You and the allies in the area can use the better result between your performance check and the saving throw.
Oh,
So we all have
give
to make
your performance
reflex
check.
saves, and Damos
Well,
makes a saving throw.
So what's the...
Well, it's not reflex, it's fortitude.
Fortitude.
You
So
roll
for
your-
the visual one, does that mean Damos have to be like, "Hey, look at me," and then like
Pretty much.
Roll better than I did, please.
waggle?
30? Yeah, 30.
Holy shit!
Okay.
Facts.
I'll take
Yeah, I'll take
I'll
that.
take
I'll take that.
So the first one lets a shriek out, starts letting that go. The other one, and then it begins using the rest of its turn to start untangling itself.
Okay.
The other two saw that and were like, well, that's a problem. And so they are going to, well, the first one, the one who,
Has been
Let's be honest.
fireballed and spirited.
actually, that does bring a question.
Lefty's probably gonna go after me or Stato.
Did Deimos just like wail on his lyre like
I
just
like to
power
imagine-
chords? Dun, 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 and
I,
just-
I really like to imagine Davo started playing Through the Fire and the Flames. Like, because that scream would have worked really well
it's gotta
with
be
it.
so loud though. He's gotta be playing so loud.
Yeah,
that
he's
when
like
we come
playing like.
Like, how loud do y'all think a lyre get?
back- Hey, as loud
Do you have
as
a
can
lyre or a
hit it.
lute?
Oh yeah, it is a lyre, not a lute. What is a lyre?
I don't know what this boy has because
Yeah,
we've
wait, it
switched between
changes. It
lyre-
changes. Now, right now, it's a lute. It's a lute. Damos has a lute. Damos is currently
Maybe he has both.
power soloing on a lute.
It just depends on his mood, which one he's playing.
It's a cross between Metallica and that scene from Road to El Dorado.
one of them, the one who has been fireballed the most and speared, books it and takes all three of the actions to begin flying away.
Peace.
Well, yes, but no.
Yeah, well, we can go handle the pillar and then handle it later.
This other one
Not if it's getting out.
comes
Yeah.
right up to Damos,
Oh,
so swoops down on Damos.
Damos.
Damos. 23 is your AC?